Howdy folks, hope you're all enjoying your weekend, and welcome back to Breathedge Chapter 2, where a horrifying realisation has just occurred to me. I'm still struggling around out here, trying to explore and collect valuable resources and get to the next part of the game, and I still only have a 75-second oxygen reserve. But didn't I come across a piece of equipment that when scanned gave me the blueprint for an expanded oxygen reserve? Yes, I did. So Jingles, how come you never built and equipped it? Because I can't help but think that if you had built and equipped an expanded oxygen supply, one, you wouldn't have to be running backwards and forwards between these oxygen recharge stations as often, and two, you wouldn't have had to build as many of them in the first place because you'd be able to go further without having to recharge. Well, you make two very good points. I'm not going to attempt to defend myself. I just completely forgot. I am, in fact, crap. But we're going to fix that right now. Or at least as soon as I get back to the engineering shuttle. Back on board the shuttle. Activate the processor. I don't even have the excuse that I didn't have the materials required to build it. Right. Let's get this thing equipped. Oh, wow. Holy... How much? 175 seconds of oxygen. That's more than doubled my oxygen capacity. All this time, I've been scuttling backwards and forwards between oxygen stations when I didn't need to. Oh, God. Well, it's me. What do you expect? Right, anyway. This is a major advantage. I should have had it hours ago, of course, but what the hell, I've got it now. So, let's go exploring. So I've just built, and I'm bringing a spare oxygen station with me, because I do still have a fair old distance further to go inside this wreck to get to the next point. But look at this. I've barely touched my oxygen reserves, and I've almost made it to the first oxygen resupply station that I dropped off, which would have been completely unnecessary if I'd done this in the first place. So that was a bit of a waste of resources. Still, once I've topped off here and emptied this oxygen station, I can always dismantle it for parts. Let's just get there and recharge. And as long as it still has some oxygen in it, I'll just leave it. But once I've completely drained it, I'm just going to break it up for bits. And we're good. Now on to the next oxygen resupply, which is 300 meters away. It's incredible how limiting it was to only have that 75 seconds of oxygen, but that was the best you could ever get in the first chapter of Breathedge. I mean, I can afford to take my time and actually look around and not miss things. I mean, I'm probably missing things anyway, but this is just so much better. What's down there? Annoyingly, I'm running dangerously low on rubber and electrical tape, and this place is just all electrical tape, but I can't access any of it. Yes, I've got time to just float around picking stuff up. Not even halfway through my supply. Did I miss anything in here? Doesn't look like it. I mean, there's a couple of containers here I can smack apart to find resources. What's that? Oh, I wish she would... Well, I'll say she. Just because somebody's avatar is a pair of tits doesn't mean that they're a she. But Babe keeps sending me annoying messages. We'll top up while we're here. I should probably exhaust this station, which I'm probably not going to need anymore. And now, let's push on. So this is the furthest that I've been. Looks like there's an objective over there to the right. Just going to see what's what over here. Or actually, no, we can come back and investigate that later. Let's check this out. This is where I need to be. The major limitation right now is the short reserves on my accelerator, which is mostly limiting my speed to 12 meters per second. I can only really get short bursts of acceleration. What's this? A working oxygen station? I'll bet it isn't working. But we'll check it out anyway. Oh, hang on, another coffin.
Interesting design. The wiring schemes of the steering wheel are even less complicated than in the pleasure ships.
Yeah. What's in here?
You can connect an oxygen station here if I've understood the blueprint correctly.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. Where's my repair? Oh, I didn't make a repair tool. Please, somebody just take me outside and shoot me. Okay, well, there's plenty of stuff here. But I won't be topping off any oxygen here because I didn't build a repair tool once I got the blueprints for it. Fantastic. What's this? Shame on you when your underpants show through. Well, I suppose that's always good advice.
Monitoring the condition of a working suit is a necessity and is especially in space.
Right, come on then. We're not far away. Oh, hang on. I'm going to scan this. Another blueprint schematic, 2 of 4. Right, down to less than a minute of oxygen. No, it's a good job I brought that spare oxygen resupply station along with me, because I might need it. Nothing else floating around useful here. That's where I need to be. I will not make it with 38 seconds of oxygen. So let's get this thing set up. See, if I'd brought the repair tool along, I wouldn't have had to use this. If I'd made a repair tool in the first place. I did it again. Fantastic. Yeah, definitely don't have a repair tool. Great. Right, let's get this thing deployed before I die. Another waste of resources. Anyway, oxygen topped off at yet another redundant station. Let's get to where we need to be.
Apparently, there was a survivor here, temporarily.
That's not reassuring.
Judging by the number of antennas, this is either a communication point or a communication point from another side of the liner. In any case, there's a chance to find Normandy and the other survivors.
Well, whatever it is, we'll be there in a minute. Plenty of air.
Hope these antennas are spares and communications can work without them.
Yeah, I'll bet they can't. Oh man, this is, I really need to find another Xiaomi kebab so I can build that enhanced accelerator, because this is so slow. But I think I see an airlock. Oh, that's good news. Come on, let's get in there.
Looks like someone tried to get inside the module using the shuttle as a battering ram. By the way, did you know that originally the heads of some battering rams were carved in the shape of a ram? That's an interesting fact. The chance of injuring yourself with the electrical tape is 46%, which makes the dispenser the safest tool for useless construction and wasting your time. Remember not to put the loose end of the electrical tape down your throat. The pilot entered the module. Well, partly. At any rate, his brains are scattered all over the corridor, and they most likely got into the vent and activated the airlock pressurization protocol. You need to find another airlock to get inside.
Okay, got a whole bunch of new stuff. No longer in a rush because this place is pressurized. But the airlock's jammed. Hang on, what's this? Ooh, blueprint. Inductor, dispenser. I have no idea what they are. But I guarantee you I'm probably going to need them to complete the next task. Find a way into the module through the jammed airlock. That's jammed with the brains of the guy who's got his head sticking through the airlock window. Right, I'm probably going to have to head back to the engineering shuttle because I don't see a processor in here, so I'm not going to be able to build the new things that I've just found the blueprints for. And I should probably get into the habit of building new things whenever I get the blueprints for them. Oh my god. Tomb Raper Special Edition, ages 12 plus. Okay, I can never unsee that, can I? Anyway, let's get back the way we came. Well, actually, while we're here, and since I can always top off my oxygen inside the crash shuttle, let's have a look around. Find a passage into the module. So the shuttle crashed into the module. I need to get into the module. But how? It's obviously not going to be through the shuttle. So there must be another way in. What's that? That must be it.
The service airlock. To be more precise, this was the service airlock. Unfortunately, now it's gone. But if you scan how its system works and get the necessary tools, we could try to repair it to depressurize the doors.
Alright, new blueprints. Airlock construction kit. Can't reconstruct it, dispenser required. I just picked up the blueprints for the dispenser, didn't I? Right. So we definitely need to head back to the engineering shuttle, because that's where the nearest processor is. I can't build anything here, there's no processor. Alright. There is one other thing I want to check out before we head back though. There's something down here past all the bust up communications
During
antenna.
the explosion of the bridge, I managed to take measurements of your body to order a coffin, but it didn't come in handy after all. I'd like to note, you're in great shape. Keep it up. You're almost not so fat. Unfortunately, the skillful engineer turned out to be a less skillful driver.
Oh, is that what I think it is? What was going on here? Okay, what is this?
A miracle of engineering. This vacuum cleaner flew fast, but not for too long.
Oh, I get it. He was using the vacuum cleaner as a method of propulsion, hit the rock, flew off, and flew into the next rock.
Something was being
So,
assembled here.
I need to keep my eye open for vacuum cleaners. I can scan them and build myself a space bike. Well, that's what the technology in this game's like. Everything's just cobbled together from bits of other things. I mean, my current suit's jet propulsion is basically powered by Shami kebab fueled farts. And, oh, I should probably head back. I'm down to just over a minute's worth of air. But yeah, it's less than 300 meters away. This'll be fine. So, repair tool. Dispenser. Need a dispenser to repair the airlock. And I've got the blueprints for an inductor as well. I don't know what an inductor is, but I'm guessing I probably need it to make something else, whatever. So, once we've headed back to the wrecked shuttle, topped off our oxygen, it's back to the engineering shuttle to get busy making stuff. Home sweet home. So, what are we going to need? Let's have a look. Repair tool. Oh, bollocks. Refined metal isn't a problem, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any thick electrical tape. You make thick electrical tape from rubber, unless you're lucky enough to break open containers and find electrical tape in them. But I don't have any rubber, and I don't have any electrical tape. So I'm going to have to go scavenging. So what I'm looking for now are things like that. Just floating containers. Smack them with your handy scrapper, they break apart, and they usually contain lots of... There we go. Rubber. Oh, and a construction kit. I just got the blueprint for construction kits. I'm going to need construction kits. Well, I don't know exactly what I'm going to need them for, but I've just got the blueprint for them. I'm going to need them for something. But more importantly, I just got 2 pieces of rubber, which I've turned into 1 piece of thick electrical tape, which means I can now make the repair tool that I should have made hours ago. But I've got it now. While I was out smashing up containers looking for more rubber and tape, I came across something that I've basically been looking for since the very start of Chapter 2. A second Shami kebab. Now I should be able to build the enhanced accelerator. I don't know how I missed it. It's right next to the engineering shuttle. You literally come out of the engineering shuttle airlock, turn left, and it's less than 100 meters away. I mean, there's the shuttle, right there. Anyway, on with the second rotten kebab. A couple of bottles of piss. I'm not making this up. I now have a large accelerator fueled by the ructions that is going to cause in my stomach. That is going to provide a significant boost to the length of time you can keep going at maximum rotten kebab fueled farting speed. So that's going to provide a significant boost to my mobility. Still need to make an inductor, even though I don't know what an inductor is or what it's for, something electrical, and a dispenser. The thing is though, thanks to the enhanced mobility from the large accelerator and the enhanced endurance from the large oxygen tank, you can really afford to take your time and explore all the nooks and crannies around the engineering shell that you, well, didn't necessarily have the luxury of being able to check out before unless you were prepared to build a string of oxygen resupply stations to help you get backwards and forwards. Places like this. Don't know what's in here, but I'll bet you I'm going to need it. Yeah, there's something in here that is going to require the use of a scanner. A corridor blueprint. Yeah, I'm beginning to get the distinct impression that Breathedge Chapter 2 is really taking the whole construction side of the game seriously for the first time. Making the game a lot more like Subnautica, except in space, and written by drunken Russians. Not that I'm saying that's a bad thing. I wish more games developers were on whatever these guys were on when they wrote this thing. It's... oh, what's this?
I don't even know if he was either trying to plug the potato into the generator or power the generator from the potato.
Oh, it looks like he was trying to charge a battery and got it, well, fatally wrong. That's a thing, by the way. You're probably going to tell me that, yeah, we know we did it in science experiments at school. Never did it in science experiments when I was in school, but apparently you can actually make a battery from a potato or a lemon, a couple of iron nails and some copper. I guess he must have been desperate. Anything else up here? Is that it? I think that's it. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to come in useful, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And while we're up here, I realise I'm actually starting to run out of oxygen, but it's okay because I've been collecting a whole bunch of oxygen candles that I've never used, so we're going to use those to extend our duration so we can find out what the hell this is, or more importantly, what's useful inside whatever the hell this is.
A small airlock.
Oh, there's something there to be scanned.
Go into outer space.
Alrighty then. Oh, what? Scan retina. Hang on, let me get my scanner out. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Yeah. It's use an oxygen candle. Fine. Scan retina. Gonna need the chicken and the eyeball for this. Ooh. Lycoplasma. Again, I have no idea what that's for, but I'd rather have it and not need it, although I suspect I am going to need it, than need it and not have it. And there's something in here that needs scanning. Oh. Corridor airlock. Another blueprint. Yeah, I think I'm going to be building a space station at some point during the course of Chapter 2 of Breathedge. Anyway, now that I have all of the resources that I need, I can finally build a dispenser. And no, I still don't really know what the dispenser's for. All I know is I need it. So, with all of the tools that I'm going to need in hand, I hope, time to head back to the crashed shuttle. And thanks to my increased speed, mobility and endurance, I can afford to take the time to check things out properly on the way back. Things like this that I missed the first time through.
A strange accessory for a man in his 40s, unless he's at a Japanese culture festival.
Oh, a little dig at the weebs there. That was a bit harsh. Entirely true, of course. But harsh nonetheless. Anyway, I've been scrapping all of my oxygen stations on the way back. Since now I have the repair tool, I can fix this. And I just don't need the oxygen stations anymore. Bingo. an autonomous oxygen refill station. It just works. I don't have to keep topping it up with oxygen generators. So I don't have to keep making oxygen generators to refill the oxygen stations, because I don't need the oxygen stations anymore. This is pretty much all you need, providing you have the advanced accelerator and the expanded oxygen tank. With that one oxygen station, you can make it from the engineering shuttle to there, top off, and then from here to the crash shuttle that's impacted into the module up ahead. Another oxygen station here that I just don't need. Let's get my scrapper handy. We'll salvage this. Get back at least some of the resources that went into it. Some rubber, please. Rubber? Yes! Awesome. Got some rubber. And hopefully now I can fix the airlock. Reconstruct. Dispenser required. Oh, that's right. So, finally get to figure out what the dispenser's for. Where is it? There it is. Right, okay. Equip the dispenser. Oh, it's the Breathedge equivalent of the base building tool in Subnautica. Got it. Alright. Right, I need a small airlock. There it is.
Almost perfect. However, your biometric data shows a bit of acute frustration with the visual implementation of the construction system that doesn't match the given developer's promises and screenshots. The Breathedge agency is trying to take care of its customers' mental health, therefore I have to start stimulating your brain to create visual hallucinations. Your construction will look more attractive now, but there may be some side effects that are not worth paying attention to.
Hey! But yeah, it did look a bit shit. But we've done it. We're inside the module.
You need to find the central interphone. If there's anything left undamaged there and you don't try fixing it, then we have a chance.
Okay, new task. Examine the communications point. But you know what? I think we're getting slightly ahead of ourselves here. You've had quite enough for one weekend. We're going to continue this in the next episode. It's been fun. And again, I highly encourage you to stop spoiling it by watching my videos on YouTube and go out and buy it yourself, because small independent developer pushing out a game of this quality, they deserve all the support they can get. So that was Breathedge Chapter 2, the continuing adventures. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're all having a great weekend. And as always, take care. And I'll catch you next time.